All right, welcome to the program. My name is Dr. Mankota, and you are watching the TP and TV and Radio Network coming to you live from the United States of America. Today, election day in Sierra Leone. And we know, say, for the past 3 years, Constituency 110 has been the focus of attention because of so many political, tactics we've been they play around that constituency day. For make I able just make a quick reiteration of what happened and how we end up for Usa with it today. So, constituency 110 now a constituency where two people them being contest there, Kadi Davis for the APC and Josephine Johnson for the SLPP, what they call Jojo. So after the election in 2017-18, the SLPP then petition for say during the election, a lot of violence been they go on na that constituency day. So therefore, cancel the election and do another election. Well, unfortunately, the courts agree with them. So the election was suspended. Kadi David was suspended, and there was another election. That election they not done because, as we all know, this not just the reiterates now waiting they happen for long. I just taken back to memory. So during the election, we all see saying the SLPP folks. That's in the 97% of the other polling station already don't close. Imagine 97% of the other polling station don't close. The 3% who have been left, the SLPP when they don't say they're not going able to win the election, what do they do? They go cause problem now. Some of the polling station where we see where talks and then they go broke the ballot box and then they tear the ballot papers them. The police officers they not do nothing. So then just sit on the look. So because of that, they say them for cancel the election. So then cancel that election day. Now today, now the rerun of that election day. And I get on the line with me, one of the most vibrant, people that are young man in that country, the way some of the information within the happiness alone. Williams from Stay Red Movement, so we now all know, Naman way Sabi, how to analyze stuff. Williams, thank you very much for coming at the program again.
And thank you for having me. Thank you for listening to me. Need to go to the viewers, for commentator. Thanks to everybody again.
Yeah, so tell me exactly what thing they go on and how USA would they right now. Oh.
Because the guy was having right now for me to get the proper results, but results they coming by it.
So Williams, can you just begin again? I think the phone being with them call, so start again. We know your USA start.
Okay, I say again, we still wait on the results them for coming totally because we get partial results the way they come by bit right now, but we wait for the total conclusion before making a pronouncement. Though there are positive and negative results, then we come in. But by and large, before I reach to the results part, let me just say what happened today. Today was an interesting day, and we thank God we all long go through them. But again, the SSP as a government demonstrates what I call lawlessness to the again today through various personalities. Them we include the Minister of Land, Swena Sandy. In fact, Sandy in go to an extent that the National Electoral Watch, we they call new, they get do a publication today. We then talk about that the threatening people them and going to the polling centers them, even threatening the next staff them, say if they ask them to make them lost their job and create chaos and start to scare them. And apart of it, again, we get several other instances. Command Bangura, when the Minister of Youth, we set the parabilates around the place, which talks them without getting no accreditation for move around. We get several of them, like the deputy leader of government business at parliament, in get security them with them 5 soldiers, they were well armed, will be there with them. And imagine, then they go inside the police station there and talk saying in right because they're in guard, so they're supposed to protect them in they be an agent, a pulling agent for the SLP. We got several of them issues there, even though the authorities we got for do with security and ONS also, and the officer were in charge of the soldiers, we don't put a press release early and say that all officers or soldiers, I can use the right word, for left the constituency because they're not got no reason for the day. Police are in charge of internal security, soldiers say for aggression or external aggression. But this was the situation, and all lead for me to get voter apathy again today, where people turn out extremely low.
Yeah. But the turnout is very low. But based on the trickling of the election we don't come, it seems like the APC is a little bit leading, right?
Well, yes, I know I'm for pronounce them because but in reality, yes, APC is leading. APC is leading as the way themselves come up. Like for example, years were surprised with them extremely well. Now Banana Island, this area they get 57 votes at the highest bits than they give you. Then we get 17. Just imagine, you know. And yes, and the other areas now we go and flag them. Then they get higher votes them past week, certain thing with now by 1 or 2, but we flag them in the total of every polling center. And I can put on to you now outrightly say for areas like carrying a district, we don't already win carrying a district already, even without the confirmed or authentic result of commodity from NEC, because then can be twist all things for look the other way. Because right now, if I check, out of 12 centers, then 11 center result on commodity, with total APC get 1,324, SLPP get 932. You get me, NGC get 473. So that's a very big lead, and I guess there's no percentage here, so it's very simple for me.
Yeah.
And Moyamba, we get a little bit tie in Moyamba, a little bit for now, but to get a tie. Then if it got to be a miracle to people the heirs for listening and understand. Say the councillor hits Nabo, it's either gonna be a tie or a winner. Then I can give you a dash. They're more good observing my happen.
Oh wow, that's good news. But you talk about some disturbance by some of the the SLPP folks. Them, I thought the first lady when they go around, then these are all the talk say the APC now the people they will get away. Why all of a sudden you the report say the SLPP folks are going around trying for cause problems?
Okay, first of all, make a correct statement you make earlier where you say some talks and disturb the last election when you do the election. No, all the talks disturb the election. Now, cabinet alone, the minister of sport and aviation alone. Oh. Now, Ingo talks them and there are video evidence to.
Okay.
You know, two different things. You get. It's just like when they cancel the people and say, hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, it's just like when they cancel the people and say they can't get them free education. What we do say a more expensive education. It's just like when people and say that they can't put S3 when now we get S4, S5, S6, S7. Because people can't agree. So how you they fail and say they go you SS the add. SS3 to SS4 to SS5. So there's 6 guys now. You get me? That is it. So the first lady talk say they're not the first, APC the first, but videos more they come around. Even 2019 election in April, we see Arata. When I talk we talk them all around. That's what happened again today. The Minister of Sadi, please say you pull a publication against Sadi today. You understand? And we decide news say well new bias and they on the SLP side, but let's just go to an extent and talk about the minister and you know. Critical on the activity. I got the document in front of me. If you want to make a package of weights and say I can go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
The statement
yeah, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that.
You say in center 15086, polling station 3, community center Hamilton. There was at the section between the NEC officials and the voter. Okay, that's a voter in center 15093, polling station 6, Lady Takaba Secondary School, got it. A voter was also take a snapshot of the votes that he has made. When he vote, he snap them. And this is a policy where certificate they use. When you snap them, you show them that just you vote for, then they give 50,000. So that's another thing again when you pronounce. Then they say again inside the center winner 15087 police station 14 EC primary school Ogu Farm. A voter came to the station with a fake ID card. Now waiting again we will get again. There can be so many ID cards then where there's not people who don't sabi. They can't insert the names there. When I vote an ID card, they print again. This now against the state. When I print again and get it. Then I'll make a council with minister himself. He said in Kent Village, the Minister of Land and Country Planning, Dr. Dennis Sandy, went into polling center 15084 with two big Toyota Land Cruiser registered now AEE 403 and blue Jeep with registration number AMK 884. He said the men dressed in black suits and an armed military personnel even before the polls opened and was obstructing the work of NEC. He defined the assigned security personnel deployed at the polling station and insists on staying at the polling center. He said though he was not accredited, having the right of authority or the right to itself accreditation. He said this time small behind me.
Yeah, that's fine. Take your time. Yeah, just take your time because we want to get a clear picture of what's in the go on. Yeah, just take your time.
I can do things fast behind me. I even get fast, but it's not small.
Okay.
Police patrol headed by the AIG Bramaja also approached him, but he still insisted to leave the polling center. Imagine AIG Bramaja tell him for he refused. He said the men in black suits that minister threatened the ONS regional coordinator of Western Rural District, who was also hoping that she would lose her job. Threatening and say go lose the job. Ask the minister for left and get plenty other accusations level against this one minister. And this not included to other people, like for example, the I don't call this guy. The principal na Milton Magai. He yesterday net called his staff, the lecturers, junior staff them, and tell them say they also vote for Josephine Jackson. And when you vote for snap waiting you vote, you not snap and put an evidence of say the fact that you vote for Josephine Jackson when the college of the system and start you out and benefits. Now the threat that way Dr. Kanu, when are the principal of Milton Magai do. And in fact, for prove this evidence in front of the campus, they get one all day today. Imagine they get election at the constituency all day and the lot music play the dance, they were the dance, the Allah Josephine Jackson, and he was there.
The principal was there.
Nothing happened. So this is the situation.
You hear me?
I think it's clear.
Okay. Yeah. So now, we know say the NEPAN count right now. Not be even in the area about the other elections. Them we supposed to take place today. Pass way the council like the one that carry them and the one that bow or something like that. That now vital information. Now let's come back to the election constituency 110, which is the focus of attention. At the end of the day, by today, you expect to get a total result?
Well, by virtue of the fact that are no longer cross neck,
yeah.
By virtue of the fact that the DOM show we said and so biased and not responsibly, with regard to 2018, an election where they're supposed to call results within 2 to 3 days, then take almost weeks for us or almost days, with so many excuses. It happened in 2019 again in April, now the same constituency. So we don't, but according to waiting I know, then results they're supposed to be able to call them today. But when word election we take place at some calling by and take almost like 2 days for call the results. Almost like 2 days for call the results. I don't know what waiting will happen. But we go get a preamble of waiting the results get for look like. In any way, we go get a preamble of waiting the results get for look like. And when we get that, we go publish them so that everybody will out there will get access to them and able for reach at them, forget. So at least for the young come out, we able for know for when they know which one is right, which one not right, or whatever it is. Because I don't think to say this result and go for fraud them. Because what to make them the fraud results, now when you hear a man digest, and then for say no, that man is so and be before you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're in the phone, you don't beat her, you left on a bay. When you don't reach Popo, trust me, you go relax, you sleep now before you can. Nobody not go give that road. And that's the people of Constituency 110 decide for them. Even though they were threatening, they were harassed, and so many intimidation strategies them present for make the people not come out. But trust me, the after results they will so far, the gap there for the serious gap there for the.
Yeah. So I just wonder if the same thing we then do in 2000 last year. I think earlier this year or last year, where they only the elections where they were realizing they're not going able to win, then go councillor, then go form then so all the what do you understand? All the polling station already don't close, everything don't close.
Not all entirely don't close, but most don't close right now. Don't count done in all things. Now I make a decision the results will come out today. I just don't know why they go one poll until tomorrow, next tomorrow. But some of them don't close already because they don't count done. And I don't know. And make I just let my hand first, you know.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll be able to get clear. It's also now a kind of another experiment for the new NEC boss. For now, we see whether this is going to be a template for 2023. Because based on what we get for now in first election, this I think so, right? Now in first election after them, they appointed, right? The NEC boss.
Yes.
So so this is going to be
election.
Yeah. So this is going to be a template for make we able for glance on what's at the next step for 2023. Mr. Dr. Kamara, you get any question for Williams? I don't know if he will able to hear you, but if you know you may ask the question if you ask him.
All right. Good evening, good afternoon.
You get that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, they get you clear.
Yeah. Good afternoon, fellow commentators, and Mr. Williams. Stay red for the red movement. How are you? Do you hear me?
Oh, I hear they say
not there again.
You hear me? I hear you. You hear me?
All right. He said if you hear him, you hear me?
No, they get them again. Another get them again. I mean, get them with all right. Then another get them again.
All right. Well, make I just ask a question. Maybe not a question as such. I think say you're very explicit and as usual, one of the reporters the way they analyze critically.
Hold on. You hear him? Okay. I think the line the network look like it fluctuates.
Okay. Yeah. I think so.
You hear him?
No, I'm only getting you.
Okay, so he say say one of the reporters the way they report explicitly on what they happen at that country. They go ahead, Mr. Doctor.
And you don't ask the question we want to ask, but say if you trust this any election you must get some plus and minuses, but is this a good litmus test moving forward to the 2023 elections?
So what you try for say? You say I don't ask the question where you been supposed to ask you whether you they trust the process as it is today, because every election gets a litmus test if you trust the system.
Okay, if I can go more there again, I will put on this way. I'm not the next system by virtue of which they not demonstrate. But as you know, they are having a new guy, a new boss.
Mm-hmm.
So like as you say, this platform forum for make himself good or bad eyes of the public and Sierra Leoneans then. For me, we able to accept them, see somebody who will for me begin doubt them. You get me? So this is a platform for them. So like I not go totally say I not trust in your process. I just not trust neck by virtue of the experience where I don't get with them. But maybe, just maybe, things can change and this person might want to prove to be somebody with gen.
Yeah.
Maybe they expect them to be that person.
So I think that's you put it rightly because we get to give somebody chance for make he prove himself or he negate himself. So that's the best way for put out. Doctor, you get any other question?
No, thank you.
Mr. Kabo, as you know, we just know the area una. They hear me, but you know the area una. So can you ask the question? Make them very short so that I will be able to translate them accurately.
All right. Good afternoon from New York, fellow commentators and Mr. Stay Red Movement. I want to make a follow-up. Maybe we can digress from there, from what Augustine just asked.
So you say you want to make a follow-up on what Dr. Kamala just asked.
Okay.
Right. So my follow-up question is that he said he don't trust actually the system, more so the election, the committee that's responsible for the elections, because he said he knew them, and in other words, from past experience.
Yeah, you say you not trust the system because of the past experience.
And as you already alluded here, that you already won Karine.
You say as you already don't talk, say probably APC don't already win Karine based on the results. Go ahead.
And that there's also a presumption from you that you will definitely win 110.
You say there is also a presumption based on what they say for say APC will likely win constituency 110.
At what point in time will you trust NEC? Is it when APC win, and then you will trust them, or when SLPP win, you will not trust them?
Okay,
you only trust them where
hold on, Mr. Kabo, so that I don't go misquote you. You say at what point in time where you go able to trust NEC? Is it when APC win, or now you trust them, or when SLPP win, you know they trust them? Well, give a chance to answer that question first.
Thank you.
Well, I think to say I would trust NEC when they give a genuine result. Make I like tell you can be an APC, but I want something with genuine. By virtue of the polls, then results, them will get all put together. You will for no okay, yes, there is an assumption. But we get a do and the lead be small. I don't even acknowledge saying the lead be small. That tells you I'm positive. If they say they win when they win, obviously I respect them. But if they say they win when they lost, then that's the problem. For example, today again, I not trust the police in absolute. I not trust Salon police. But I give a job, I would say, assignment to the new.
I think so.
We see last year, the police. And trust me, I do another audio this afternoon. When I praise them, I say it's like they do very well and I applaud them and I'm thanking. That not mean that we cannot trust the police when they're a good job, I will not recognize it. I will. And the LUC really do well because they maintain themselves. They maintain themselves 100%, but by and large, 75% of the police did well.
So, Mr. Kabo, you want to ask another question?
Yeah, sure. We will be going around on the same question, on the same issue, because that's where the problem lies. We have seen in the presidential elections in 2018 when Samura says, if the elections are worthily done, he's going to credit the commission and accept the results. And when it is not done in the proper way, he will not accept the result. Do you think the elections the last time were fraudulently done in favor of SLPP to win?
You mean the constituency 110?
The 2018. Because these things are similar. No, hold on. These things are similar. We're getting the same message every time.
Mr. Kabo,
why I brought the 2018 election, the same statement.
Well, hold on. Let me explain, Mr. Kabo. Let me explain, please.
All right, go ahead.
What is the time for talk about? He say one of the problems where we happened in 2018, Samura talk said, if the election they make unworthily, that is fairly, if they accept the results, but if they don't make fairly, they accept the results. So the question is, do you think the 2018 election was fraudulent in favor of the SLPP?
Make us answer this way. Even the SLPP don't confirm, say it was fraudulent. Then now they confirm. Why I say so? Now we know of the instance where they impeach 11 members of parliament. I guess you know that, right? 11 members of parliament. They say the word them where they vote for them parliamentarians, then they some happen. They will make sure say the result. We make the result on proper. That simply they tell you say that 11 constituents the way they vote, then result is not proper even for the president, because it was at the same second when they vote for the members of parliament there, they vote for the president. That means that the president himself, therefore, he run all them places and they for him. That's why the election, they just not accept the result. They just not say it was fraudulent. You get me? It's just that because then they unpick justice, they point at the members of parliament, refuse to point at the president, when at the same polling center, the same the same people who organize everything, now they're for them also. So that means they all them place an answer for lose them. Then we to actuality and reality. These are the only election we don't get in this country. Where neck up till this time what they talk to, the results by sector and by constituent, by ward, like how they keep put them, in no side for anybody see them. In other no side. Now the first time which we get results, where each of the results supersede 100%. You get me? Now the first time this we get an election when call results and go and send box 10 as school spend. You do that 2018 at the tell you about. Then they call results and send box 10 as school spend. That's how to say if everything was not in place, then just call it and go for call. And then they pen results, then they pen box them, if it's after the don't call results, but still the results percentage supersede 100%. How comes? So many way typically to me and you they say clear. It ain't black and white. In fact, now can put pen and take the one now wall. You get motor pen because it's too small.
Yeah, I think Mr. Kabo, that makes them say, be careful what you wish for. Now, the Williams don't can make something where Mr. Sefri might not be the good there at all, because if they say 11 constituencies results, they're not proper. Well, now the same people they will vote on that 11 constituency there for the parliamentarians and for the president. Yeah, so if they say it's not clear, why then they don't be not run for the president, or just for the candidates, for the parliamentarians? So be careful what they wish for.
All right, let me come in, Mr. Mankota. For the mere fact that Stay Red movement do not accept the elections the last time of the 2018, wherein we have the international observers in their presence. If he failed to accept that result, he will never accept this result.
No, but Mr.
No, not talk so. No, not so. Not talk so.
Yes.
Mr. Kabo. Mr. Kabo.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
It was not Stay Red movement or Williams. I did not accept the result. It was your own party, the SLPP or the supported party, that then go to court, say the results then fraudulent, therefore cancel the parliamentarian result. That's the point where me and Williams try to talk about.
No, that was not so. What was fraudulent? What was fraudulent was one, the candidates that were expelled. I mean, the honorables that were voted by the people that were expelled. They were expelled because they didn't meet the conditions, the rules and regulations by the election, when and how you have to be a candidate, especially if you have a hold an office.
Mr. Kabo,
hold on. The second point is that I'm coming. Let me conclude. Let me land. Remember, those votes were not rejected. The votes were counted towards the president.
But Mr. Kabo, this election, what would they cover today? So, what they make would they repeat this election today? They're not saying it mad with fraud and violence.
Exactly.
So why they deny saying the SLPP? Now the SLPP now don't say not APC gonna.
Okay, all right. Let me. You take what Stay Red movement explained to you, which is new to you. Now let me expatiate. I mean, let me extrapolate.
I just not been think about them.
All right. Let me extrapolate on that. Remember, the votes were not affected in any way possible in the presidential elections. So the count was clear that Madario won the election. The votes of those constituencies where the honorables were won and they were expelled, the votes were not altered. But the candidates were altered. That's what you have to understand. The votes were not rejected. It was the votes that were counted.
Yeah, I wish we learned from you. But what do we know? This particular constituency 110, because of fraudulent and violence, and that make the repeat. So everybody except you. Now you they say
that's correct.
The vote was clear. So if
correct.
the vote was clear, why then cancel the election?
Because it was violent. It was violent.
Now we get chance for Larry Williams able for chiming. Williams, so Mr. Kabo say the election, the vote was clear now because the people that did not qualify or something like that. Now that make go ahead.
No, Mankota, hold on. Let me say something.
Hold on.
No. You guys are wrapping to one. You are looking at the voters and you're looking at the candidate. You are wrapping two things to one. And this was
hold on. Let the man talk with the area. Go ahead, Williams.
The young honorable Keru died now. They're not pull on because or something of the sort. Then pull on and say because it can food go for. I don't know that I can according to the but the next thing for the food. So because of that,
Makota, I beg to leave. Yeah, I've been not ask me question. Okay, we're not try it. I will listen later. Thank you.
It's just like I can't food there. It's they say influence them. So it influence them for the results, but matter you is clear. Now they you not clear. You get me? Right. This is situation. I just bring this instance to tell you, say, they're not pull them because they're not qualified. They're not pull say them they work for government. In fact, all of them are qualified. They don't left job. They don't pull the documents. They don't show. But because they get a revenge mindset and then believe if they not become overpopulated or they not be in our state and now parliament, Boku things that Boku laws them where they go against the people them not go be passed the parliament peace in a clear manner. Now, for example, imagine the president go and pass a bill said nobody know for what I they use money. That then still them one pass. Because of that, so then the first for I make I tell you something, may you know say this was not because of law, it was not because of democracy. If it was because members of parliament on the 31st of May 2019 they impeached 11 members of parliament. That very day is all another parliament that the parliament and that day they're supposed to don't wait for I think 90 days or something. I don't know. I think it was 90 days according to the law. Where the one of them impeached for appeal, they're not appeal.
Yeah.
They attack every party office, begin to brutalize and torture we all inside the way inside that and the torture we bully inside there, so then go create attention to the party office whilst they swear in illegal strangers then inside the well of parliament on the very same day. If them people are democratic enough, why would they impeach? Not wait until the due process, until the when they try for appeal or not appeal, before ever they install or replace them. But they replace them the very same on the 31st of May, 2009. Is that fair?
Mr. Kabo?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. With what Stay Red movement is saying is that I don't know how to put it, but this is how I'm going to put it. With all this information he had, if it was true as he's saying, or he knew there was a problem there, and I know he's one of the small guys in the APC, and I know this petition went through the court and it was verified by the court, and I think that's gone. And except otherwise, if I don't know why you think you can bring it in on your own, and you can take it as a pointing step to see the next elections. But I don't think there is anybody now who is going to be deliberating on that kind of petition, because the petition was passed and that was and gone.
Mr. Gabo, now you bring come because we
bring in relation to the acceptance of the result. I am saying I made mention of the endorsement of the results from NEC. Okay. I said Samura did not endorse the elections because he did not win. And I relate that to Stay Red movement. He will endorse the elections. He will only endorse the elections if APC wins the election. And that's what
let's give Williams the last word and call because he get for go. Mr. Williams, what would they expect now from now to maybe tomorrow? Do we expect the APC will be victorious or SLPP?
Well, it depends which election you talk about, because we have 5 ongoing by-elections and re-election going on. So I don't know which one. If we talk about Constituency 110.
Yeah, I'm talking about Constituency 110.
Yes, with affirmative, I will say yes, it's victory. Despite everything will happen today, it's victory. Despite the lawlessness demonstrated by ministers, parliament, and other stakeholders within the SLPP, including the vehicle of the first lady used by thugs roaming around the grey hillocks, I still say we get victory, including the fact that the chief of defense make a publication that German not putting at the constituent during the election. Instead, it's still then go there and force themselves and go to German and the parabilate them place. Still, we are going to attain victory. That's an assurance I can give. Because the 110 don't tire. They don't tire with backwardness. People they can tell and say, so I will give you this as if they are selling, as if they sell a basket. People don't know the respect for them. Imagine Fatima Bio they go campaign to people and can go to German, they mean and protect them for the people they go talk to. As if he and Joseph Jack not trust the people. They went blast for them on social media. The last day when I saw they then come out for rally, what happened? Fatima Bio used the hands of a girl's polo and the of a girl's polo with the social trust system. As if hands of girls the political institution instead of something where we know and girl we come for and save with girls in this country and shame and put aside man them for themselves they run after with girls them. But at this polo now where so German they all fight themselves for going to campaign for you. Just imagine. These people, they don't care about the rule of laws that this country, they don't care about the constitution, they don't respect human rights, they don't really respect themselves. Because if people like them respect themselves, first then they impose their faith.
All right, so
by and large,
yeah, Mr.
That's going to be my last.
Yeah, Mr. Williams, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for the wonderful work we do. Some of we admire you so much because number one, when they hear you pan cause, they hear you pan any them bad things the way they happen, but you they explain in a way very, very much and that make people like una so they hesitate for bringing an home network because we network is very, very respected by the entire diaspora. So thank you very much for this wonderful reporting. I'm really, really proud of you.
Thank you too. You're welcome. You can have me at any time.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. That was Williams from State Red Movement. Okay, Mr. Cabo. Now, the people who they watch we now and we now, let we discuss now what's in the gun. So let's start with the elections. As soon as all those some of now they just they join we. I don't see some people that don't begin send comment. If you get any comments, if you watch we, you get any comments, just put another It depends whose platform we they watch with. If they watch with Facebook, put on the Facebook comment. If na YouTube, put on the YouTube comment. We they see them and they all and we go able publish and like who they see. So one Peter Dauda just send a comment. When will the APC ever endorse the result of an election which they did not win? Wonderful.
Okay. That's the same question I asked. That's the same question I asked too.
So we discuss all that with
you will never, except you win.
With the vibrant commentator when Mr. Kabo. Mr. Kabo.
Yeah.
I remember couple of days ago, me and you get some kind of a discussion on the TPN forum, WhatsApp forum, where you want for bet me for say SLPP Josephine Johnson they win the election. I tell you, say me I will ever bet for African politics because you know why? It is not reliable. So, but you want for bet. So what did William say? He say it assure say at the end of the day, based on what you don't see, what they come on, APC they probably become victorious on this election. What are you take?
That's gonna be great. We are all Sierra Leoneans. We just want it to be done in the right way. I'm not like, of course, you know, we know where we live. We can talk at the beginning or up to the end of the elections, but when they are over, we've gone over it, we forget about it. It's nothing we put into considerations. If we have to declare for the winner, yes, I will declare for the winner. You know that. But
Yep.
though some people are becoming restive these days, and but that's not the case. What is important about democracy is we allow the people to vote, and everybody voices our own opinion. And after the elections, the votes are counted. The commission, which is in charge of the elections, will announce the results. And once the results are announced, we accept them and we endorse them. Whosoever has a grievances over the result, he can go to court. And that's the only way you can do that. But you cannot stop the result or whatever was announced. Except otherwise, there is something very serious and the court will decide to do otherwise. But other than that, I think whoever comes victorious is good. I actually wanted to bet you, definitely, because that's just fun. It's a game. I mean, you make money, or either I lose or I win, or I lose, you win. Yeah,
No,
definitely.
I think
I wish we would have gone to that point.
I prefer for play lottery, which about 200 and something million to 1 for
Possibility.
win. Yeah, that for go bet for African elections because
Okay.
anything can happen. But anyway, now we just discuss about waiting Peter Dauda they talk about say when will the APC ever endorse the results of an election which they did not win. Peter, this is a very wonderful question. You see, people like we so we are very pragmatic. That make a lot of people that they respect people like we so. We are very pragmatic because you know what? At the end of the day, all what will they do so? Now, for one thing, one green thing, that is the country. And the country, how we go able for make sure say your idea is better than mine, and my idea is better than you. That is the definition of multi-party democracy. But a lot of time, people then they misunderstand the objective of multi-party democracy in a way that they feel say because you na SLPP, me na APC, down there na NGC, so we all na enemies of each other. And now that perception, the people then they go now Facebook or even within politics, then they use, including we politicians. There are certain people now the APC where they're not going to ever endorse the election of 2018. That is clear. I will tell you that. But here is the thing. We na pragmatic people, we want to see a better Sierra Leone. I can just look at sometimes I get that fight there within me APC folks them. But now we've been conduct the election, right? Now we conduct the election, not to SLPP conducts the election. And we all know African politics, the man in power now ain't get the ultimate authority for decide if he wants to for make election be fair or fraudulent. You understand? So now we conduct the election. How can we conduct an election and then later we say the rogue we? Without rogue we now. NEC. Now we appoint NEC. Okay? Now it just like the SLPP where they right now in the power zone. If 2023 come, the SLPP then conduct the 2023 election, they lose the election, and begin going will say, oh, now rogue the rogue we. And the same thing that they look them say, they're not serious. So yes, indeed, there are certain people that way no will ever endorse that election day. But to win, the election is over. The SLPP won, and they don't rule for 3 years. We just give them chance and we criticize them. So now that one they know more. Doctor, you get one thing for say before we go to Mr. Kabo.
Dr. Mankota and viewers, listeners, and fellow commentators, when they talk about Africa, what's about South Sudan? So right now,
unfortunately,
I mean, sometimes the human being is just the human being. But all what I wish to say is that let politics not make we hate ourselves as Sierra Leoneans.
Yeah, that's the most important thing nowadays.
Let politics not divide we until we go to oblivion. We're very small in a salon. Let us just do the right thing and like one another. I mean, we sabi what's in a lie, we sabi what's in a true. More not look the lie, we say not true. And that's not make for talk, because otherwise we create unnecessary enmity for ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my plea only.
Yeah. And you look at Sierra Leone, like Los Angeles, the entire Sierra Leone population, they go inside Los Angeles, then they still left Boku. So, Mr. Kabo, look at Israel Ojeke, Papa Senior. Respond to him.
Yes, Mr. Israel, you are most welcome. This is Kabo from New York. You have a very good point by asking that the results of 2019 were cancelled, and what do I have to say with that about that? That's a good one. And what I have to say is that, correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't see any petition, if there's one, and I want to know the outcome of that petition of the opposition for that particular elections. By that I mean is when the elections were cancelled, whosoever felt his heart, whether APC or SLPP, will make a petition or will send a petition to court or petition the elections. And the petition will be looked into. And once it is credible, then other causes will be taken. But in this case, it appears to me, as far as I know, there is no petition. If there was one, it doesn't hold. And so for the elections are now taking place again.
Well, Mr. Kadubo, to maybe put me on small sense on that, there should be no petition, because you know why? The results are not announced. You only petition when the results are announced, then you not agree. But the results were not announced, then petition simply because they know same Kadi Davis was going to win the election. So now kind of a real political tactics they play.
So that's what I'm saying. Did they petition because of that view they had and come with reasons? Maybe the petition would have be in place. But I believe they didn't petition anything. So if they don't do anything within a given period of time, the government or the commission is going to call for another election. So the question is mine. The question is mine. But the answer is also to the two parties.
Let me answer your question.
Okay.
You seem to be brother know it all. It's wrong, mister.
I didn't ask a question.
No, I'm answering you. I'm answering you. Okay. How many cases are waiting in a court where they're not called until now? How many petitions are waiting in a court where they're not called until now? And you are paying a blind eye to that?
I am not aware of petitions or cases.
Oh well, then you are behind time. You are behind time.
Hold on. You see, what is in the court? It's in the court, and it is. If you think this started in 3 years ago, then you are dreaming.
No, you are hallucinating. I'm not dreaming. No. You are hallucinating. You are hallucinating.
Hey, you guys are actually commentators, so the people in the White House, let's do it. Let's take it.
But this nonsense has to stop. Let us be real to ourselves. Let's move forward. We say the truth and we don't say it because of sycophancy and boot licking, and that has to stop. I cannot sit here and this guy start, telling us lies and bringing all types of hypotheses when he knows the truth. Period.
Augustine,
you are dreaming. You are dreaming. You are dreaming.
All right, Doctor, hold on.
You shouldn't have asked me the question.
Stop
Rather,
bootlicking. Stop bootlicking. That is not good for Sierra Leone and our kids.
Can you shut this guy off the radio, please?
Shut off.
Can you
shut off yourself.
Doctor,
can you shut him off?
Hold on.
You shut off.
Mr. Kabu. You're not patient somebody. Hold on. You're not patient somebody.
You don't even listen to what I'm saying.
Hold on. Mr. Kabu, hold on. You're not patient somebody. Doctor, now you, Mr. Kabu, now your colleague, no matter how what's not the disagreement, let we just make sure say the people the way they watch him, because they give we respect. Now that make them the watch we so right. And this medium done there.
Dr. Makota, we are here to teach our children and the nation the truth. How many times have we sat here and we are talking about this election? This guy starts extrapolating things which are not true. And we are sitting here and listening to this man. No, it has to stop.
Yeah, doctor, the people the way they watch we, sometimes they match up as we, right?
But look at the question where they ask. Look at the question they ask right now.
But hold on.
Look at the question they ask right now. These are the same people that are watching us.
Yeah,
we have to be not clueless.
What are the time for talk about? No matter what is the disagreement between we all not go able to agree on the same thing. And sometimes
I agree with you.
They skew the truth. But at the end of the day, you understand them. We get respect for people them and where they watch we, not for we. And we say we get respect for we say because this now you commentator colleague. If he says something where you not agree, like not of us agree with Mr. Kabo, most of the things the way they say. But my colleague, I tell her in a way very respectful so that we will get any problem because na big man, me na big man. So we get forget that mutual understanding for same. The most important thing here is for make we discuss and people then go sit down and think about it and make their own judgment. So do you have another make a
read the screen? Read the screen right now. Read the screen.
Mr. Mankota, let me speak to this person. Let me speak to this person, Mr. Mankota.
All right, go ahead.
I already mentioned, I already talked about the first one, and I'm coming to the next. Stop the elections and did not call the result. There was no need or cause for petition. Mr. Kagbo does not seem to understand what happened in Constituency 110 in 2019. That is correct. You are right that I did not understand. I could only understand through a court order. If the case went to court and the court is the final interpreter of the rules and regulations of the country, or whatever result they come up with, Mr. Israel, I will accept that. That's why I was asking for a court order or petition. So because I do not understand, and the court is the only one that has the ability to interpret for the nation. So I am asking you the question, what did the two parties do? Do they go to court? Who went to court? What was the result? If there was no result at a particular given time, that's why NEC, I think they will not sit down and wait. That's why they create another date for the elections to be taking place. And from the time the date was announced, we don't hear no petition. So it means NEC is correct. So to say that
Mr. Kabo, I respectfully disagree with you for saying NEC is correct. And I think we don't talk about this. Let me pull the
when I say NEC is correct.
Yeah, we don't talk about this last week where NEC actually violate their own rules. Their own rules self and then violate. And we discussed about that lengthily last week. I don't want to go back to that. Here is the thing. We all waiting our own purpose here to every time we can, every Saturday, for make we able to strengthen with democracy. Democracy is very, very, young and very, very precious. You understand?
Right.
If we within a modern advanced democracy, we're not going able for come out and try to teach the one the way they and the way sometimes most of the things the way they think about now for their own daily living.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Then we are doing a disservice to we own countries there. We all like we country, Mr. Kabo. You like your country more than you like yourself. You like your country more than you like any political party. But at the end of the day, our own responsibility here is to teach the people there when they watch we and the one the way they under for say the main objective about multi-party democracy, not for enmity, not for begin cost one day down the tell down the bad things them. I know they buy into that because that's not pettiness. So NEC been don't say if any polling station will cause problem, then they cancel that polling station there. That was the law where them put. They not tell you if a polling station, one polling station get problem for cancel the entire election. That was actually a violation that your rules self. You know, so another one that just want for let we clarify and acknowledge.
Mr. Mankota, me and you can sit down here and talk about the elections or what is happening in Sierra Leone forever, and we couldn't get it into conclusion. You know why? Because we are not the authorities. If what you are saying is actually correct, NEC violated their own rules and regulations. What do the two parties do? Can't they go to court and sue NEC? No, they don't. I don't know whether they went there. If they do, I want to get the result. Because NEC, hold on, because NEC.
Now, Dr. Kamala been trying to talk to you about
because NEC, no.
many lawsuits na court against the system. Who's one way them call? The one the way them call, now the one the way SLPP put now them call, then decide on. The one the way APC put, they don't call them laws and they court.
Okay, all right. I hear this complaint all the time, and you guys saying it all the time. I understand. You got to understand that putting a case is one thing, and making sure the case reaches to its maturity is another thing. That is to say, to make sure I bring all the requirements of the case. Now, I know for sure, I respect the court of Sierra Leone. I don't care what people say, whether it is during Shaka Stevens' time, whether it is during APC and Eskoroma time, or whether it is Julius Madamio's time. But what I find so interesting is that the courts and NEC and all other authorities, the police and the military, because I'm here, all those things, they become wrong today. Why? Because APC is not in power. When APC is in power, everything is right. But this is the same trend.
Right,
so that's what I'm saying.
I think you're wrong. You're wrong on that side too. Because if you remember now, this particular program,
when APC is in power, everything is correct.
Well, hold on.
APC is in opposition, everything is right. You're wrong.
No, Mr. Kabo, you're wrong too. Yeah. Because you're not a living testament to this particular network. Where during the time of APC, in fact, during the time of APC, the APC folks like me, they criticize the APC government more than the SLPP when they're in the opposition. You know that?
Exactly. Right.
So
and the same thing SLPP do. SLPP people criticize SLPP more than APC doing now.
Tell me who's SLPP who criticize SLPP government? Tell me one.
And you don't listen to the news all over?
No, I listen to the news. Tell me one. Just tell me one. Tell me one.
Okay. What I'll tell you is that I am certain and I'm sure I'm not going to run after one person and the other. No. I listen to them. I listen to the media. I listen to WhatsApp. People tell you I'm SLPP, but this is what I'm saying. They tell you everything what they say. I don't know their names, but anybody who is online or listening to us could understand that yes, there are SLPP people who criticize APC.
Are you telling me for the past 3 years, you don't know anybody where criticize, because most of them people when they can at the social media, then they announce and they pronounce the name. Now
exactly.
Before then they talk. You want to tell me him? You don't know anybody where now SLPP where they criticize SLPP. That's the one you want to tell me.
What I'm saying to you is, you're talking about criticism, right?
Yeah, like the way women they do now.
You can tell. I can tell here because I'm dealing with you directly that yes. Mankota sometimes does criticize SLPP and he criticizes APC. So, in other words, you are in the middle. I can understand that because I deal with you on a daily basis. But those other information which I just read and they claim to be SLPP, I don't have to put them in my head. I just listen to the news. If their criticism is good, I make use of that. I process it. If it is not good to some extent, because any criticism, there must be a good side of it and a bad side of it. There are certain extents where the criticism doesn't make sense. And there are that makes sense. So I work within the two lines. What is that? What's that right? I didn't read it. Can you put it again?
Now Israel Ojeke right. You can read them for yourself, and if you want to respond.
Right. Mr. Kagbo, the NEC deputy had given the 93% win to Kadi Davis. Only one polling station was violated. Mfa Ali Conte had no power to cancel the whole election. There were 36 petitions against SLPP by APC for 2018 election. None of the petitions against the SLPP have been paneled by the Chief Justice up to date today. Even now, the petitions against the president own petitions, or the president owns his own petitions. Yes, sir. All I can tell you is, once there are petitions and they meet the criteria, they will call them. I don't provide. Makota. I am not in the court. I can tell you this. We can only talk for them, but they are always right because they know what they are doing. They get all the evidence. You say there are petitions. I don't see them. You don't see them. I don't know. That's what you assume. And you don't have access to this document to prove that, one, even the petition, does it meet the requirement? Because I know when you send a petition, it has stages. From one stage A, you push it to stage B, whilst, and as you go along, they ask you for documentation or whatever they have to ask for. Now, you don't know whether these things meet the requirement, and only courts can tell us. So if I have to tell you, it is sad. All I can tell you is, if there are petitions that are outstanding there, let the courts do a speedy review of those petitions and call them. And also those people who make those petitions, if they know that they don't give the evidence and they ask them to bring certain documentation, let them do so to bring the documents. That's all I can tell you. I'm not there. I don't work for them.
All right, Mr. Gabo, just speculative. Mr. Gabo, now speculative statement you did give so.
Even him, he's speculating. He don't know whether those petitions meet requirements.
No, you
petition could only be a petition, complete petition when it's if you write a paper, you send it to court, just a mere paper.
Okay, Gabo. Then petition and not to ordinary somebody who don't know nothing about the law as alone. Now they go just write ragtag paper and they go present to the court for same petitions X, Y, and Z. Now lawyers we don't practice na salon. For a very long time, they know the system, they know exactly what is required for not in order for you to make a petition successful. Those are the lawyers who actually crafted them petition in them, presented them position in our cause. But you know what, Mr. Gabo, let's face the fact. Our justice system is very, very rotten.
That's why I said I just wonder if it is today you know that.
No.
Because it's in power that you know that.
No, people. Now, since memorial time, we just see them is very, very weak because number one, they are bought by the executive. This is where the problem is. There is no independent justice system. When a president comes, now in the dictate within the justice system they do. You understand? And this also from the SLPP no more. The APC time it happens, but at the end of the day, Mr. Kabo, just like what they say again, if we are here in the United States of America and enjoying our fledgling democracy, irrespective of what they go on in America today, but we are enjoying because just yesterday we see how the justice system in America now they work independently. Then just knock down petitions them way Texas and 18 other states they make for cancel the election. Imagine Sierra Leone. They make them just about two days ago. Now they make them. The third day, then come out straightforward and rule on that. Look 36 petition. 3 years later, they not call them petition and day. So that's the tell you we have a long way, and it is our own responsibilities as Sierra Leoneans. Forget about the political party label the way they put by ourselves. You understand? Let's forget about those labels them. We get a long way for go, and you are a person, a stakeholder for make sure same before you die, you left a fledgling democracy in that country. It is also my responsibility and also the responsibility of the people the way they watch with today. So for same, no matter what's not the label they will put yourself or the hatred we will get for each other, we get who side will come meet up. That is the country. And in any advanced country, in order for that country for advance, now them perception in it. If them build up that perception they for say, yes, I hate Mr. X, I hate Mr. Z, but at the end of the day, we have common ground where would they meet for make we able to make sure same we continue for progress our country. Until you, Mr. Kabo, you start talking about that. Until me, I start for talk the way they make we better, my brother. Every single day, we go there, now, we dey talk. Change is not they happening. I know why.
Well,
Because
that's what I said.
from within.
We can't. That's what I said to you. Now, let me answer to Mr. Israel. Mr. Israel, like, you have a very good comment, actually. I like the way you put them against Mr. Kabu, because, of course, I will not be able to answer to satisfy you, even if I take whatever to answer your questions. Because you know why? Because you just want me to say what you want to hear. And you don't want to hear what I'm saying. And I'm not going to say what you want to hear. I'm going to say what I want to say, Mr. Israel. All right. So that doesn't mean that, unfortunately, that doesn't mean that I don't have an answer or I don't know the facts. It's just that you don't want my facts. You want me to say what you want me to. You want me to say what you want to hear me say at your own advantage. But I am Mr. Kago. I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking for myself. Thank you, Mr. Israel.
There's another question for you. Just read them.
Has Mr. Kago had the breaking news? The failed prosecutor in the Palo Country treason trial case, Andrea Fisher, has 2 days to so been appointed High Court judge without Parliament approval. He has taken and sworn to the oath.
So what did they talk about? But the guy we the I think prosecutor then they just don't trial as the High Court judge now.
Right. So unfortunately, Mr. Israel, this is where we go again. I am not a judge. I am not in court. It's an administration. What have you? You have the same opportunity and ability which I think I have. What have you done to fight against this? I want to see a letter or a petition that you already made because of this. If you think the court is wrong, you have the right to do something about it.
Okay. Mr. Kabo, you know the difference between Mr. Israel and you? You get the mic. You get the microphone. Now you they reach out to hundreds, thousands of people, them, right? Mr. Israel may not have that opportunity. So therefore, they say to whom much is given, what is expected. So people then they expect you to do more than Mr. Israel. Yes, Mr. Israel has a responsibility for do in your part, but you have the mic, you have everything what you need for make sure for change that country with them. We are looking up to that for law start from they do that. That's
correct, Mr. Mankota. I mentioned that earlier on. I said if there are documents pending, any petition pending, the court has the right to speed that petition and call it to order and make sure that the truth comes out of that petition or whatever the other opponent has to know it. And also those petitioners to make sure that they follow up with their petitions and make sure they have all the requirements and everything asked of them to bring it up. I have said that times without number. That's all I can tell you. I don't work for the government.
So now let me ask you a question. Do you trust the justice system as alone?
I have to live with the justice. It's not about trust. I have to live with the system. I have to live with it. If I don't trust them, what am I going to do? If I trust them, what am I going to do? I have to live with the system, and I'm sure. Okay, let me don't beat about the bush. Yes, I trust the justice system in Sierra Leone because that's the highest system that makes the laws for or preside over the living people in Sierra Leone. So in all kind of law.
You are dancing around the question. Do you trust the justice system? And also you get for live with them. There's no way. Do you trust the justice system?
Yes, I do.
With all the nonsense where they go on, so you trust them?
I trust the justice system. Wow. I don't know if it is nonsense. But I trust the justice system. I trust the military. I trust the police. I trust everybody who does a job in the country. But that does not mean that you are not subjected to an audit or to be questioning. That doesn't mean that. I trust you, but that doesn't mean that if you do wrong thing, you are not subjected to be called upon or be audited or be put in.
So if you trust the justice system, that means what they are doing is correct, right? Because that's not the meaning that one day for trust.
As long as you don't have any proof of anything against them, of guilt against them, I trust them. That's what I said. When these elections were going on, if you are a stakeholder in that particular election and you know something has gone wrong, what you do to avoid conflict in the country, because these people cause conflict, go to court and address that. The court will address that. That's all we can do.
Mr. Gabo, now the next question. Did you remember in 2015 what you say in this program about the justice system alone?
I don't, except if you remind me.
Okay.
Because it's 5 years.
It's been 5 years. So some of we still get that memory there. I remember exactly during the time of Aneskroma versus Sam Sumana, when the court ruled say Aneskroma get the rights for fire Sam Sumana. We had that discussion in this particular medium. You understand? And you be explicitly saying you not trust the justice system because the justice system is bogus. One of the words that we use. The justice system is under the pocket of Anes by Koroma. So therefore, now justice system will get no credibility. This was your statement. So the question now is, if you not been trust that the justice system, then why all of a sudden now you trust the justice system?
I remember we're talking about 5 years ago. If I said those words, there are certain reasons I said I cannot remember clearly on where we were, but for Sam Sumana's case, it was not fair. Doesn't mean I don't trust the justice system.
Well, that was your words.
Now, the case against Sam Sumana was wrong, but that does not mean I don't trust the justice system.
But that was your words. You say you not trust the justice system as alone because na bogus justice system.
That's what you said. I don't remember the exact words. Remember, I just bring it today.
I was just wondering why, if you don't trust it then, why trust it now? That was all
today's justice system in Sierra Leone today in the world. So now, okay, let's talk to Mr. Israel. You see, this is what I'm looking at here. You understand, right? Criticizing these people in the higher courts or in the higher positions in the country, it makes sense, but if you sit down and think critically, you find out that it doesn't make sense because it comes back to us. You know why? All these people we're talking about, the judges, the lawyer or the courts or whatever, these people are being presided over. I mean, well, they are appointed or to some extent by the president or in fact, even the parliament or whatever it is. And we voted these people. We give them the mandate to run the country. And this is how even if it is your brother, you can see him, you like him, he's your brother, he's very genuine. You put him there, do you trust him? Yes, I trust him, but he's my brother, but I'm not responsible for what he's doing there. He's responsible.
Now you put on there. So
yes, listen, I'm an administrator. I hire people, but I'm not responsible for what they are doing. I trust them within that period to hire them. I have my reasons. I attach my recommendations based on why I decided to hire this person.
So if you hire your brother go mess up, what's your responsibility on that particular mess up?
In America, unfortunately, we don't hire brothers.
No, I know. Yeah,
we don't have brothers. We don't have family members. All right.
All right. You get me right there, but that's okay.
So, what's your question?
Very funny for escape questions. Them. Oh, okay. Let's say
I'm not going to hire my brother anyway. I don't know him. I don't know. I hire a candidate who applies, who goes through the system, and I make sure I attach the documentation and the support which I have for that, and why I can argue that why he's qualified for the position. But whatever you go do there, it's not my problem. Okay. So the court system is not Marabios system. Whatever he does, that is not. The senior man in the court, whoever does the hiring of the other petty staff, as Mr. The guy there, what's the name? Mr. Israel, saying that the documents are fake, they forge or whatever, they are forged or not.
It means file.
The files are fake or whatever. Whatever is fake there. Even the judge or whoever the administration.
No, now misspelling, now filed, now L instead of K.
Oh, he said the documents were filed. Oh, okay. So, I mean, even in the office, you be the manager. You're not responsible for what the staff are doing. You went for the interview. You interview them. Hey, how much more now in this political arena where we are the president? You voted him.
I can't put you in the spotlight. Let I expose you more and more. Okay. And it is time for make like say you sabi talk. Tell me exactly for the past 3 years the wrong thing where Madabio don't do.
I am not looking for the wrong things that Madabio does as a positive individual.
But look for the person they do wrong or right.
No, I am coming. I look for the good things that will benefit the country and I support them. I'm not going to the wrong things. And because I don't pay, I'm not negative, because when people look for wrong things, they are negative. I'm always positive. So I look for the positive things. Yes. When you are there to look for wrong things.
Let me remind you back. I left to remind you. Mr. Gabo.
Yeah.
I asked you the same question for the APC.
Right.
Many times.
Okay.
You say no good thing, not the way APC don't do, because I just flip in a way in a different way now.
Right.
Because during the time of the APC, I tell you, say, tell me any good thing where the APC don't do, where you feel say you support. You're not able to tell me. Now, I flip the question. Now you tell me, say, you know, they look out for wrong thing. But during the APC, now the wrong thing they will look for.
Right.
Now,
can I clear that? Can I clear that? It is very unjust. It is very unjust for us to sit on this media and begin to compare APC and SLPP.
Why?
APC, the current SLPP is about 3 years. APC ruled for 11 years.
Okay.
So at the time of the wrapping up of the final elections of the APC, or when they took over from them out of the 10 years, I of course I was having conclusions that APC didn't do anything for the country. And that's what we have today. What do we benefit today? What this, put in perspective, about 30-something years APC in power. All these corruptions you are talking about, is coming back to the APC. When you raise a child, this is how you raise that child. This is what we're saying. Look at Adebayo, whom they are raising today, and what he's doing in the world. And when he come after them, they say, oh, they begin to blame people. No. These are the people you raise. Listen to the students, school-going children. Along the line, when Anes Kuruma was coming home from the Commission of Inquiry, you listen to young children singing murder curses against Madabio. And by the time they grow up and they're about 10, 15 years, these things go on. You want to blame the other government. No, this is what we're saying. You understand? It's a matter of time. Mankota, why do you belong to a ruling family? Only if you are the first son, probably you will be the chief. If you are not the first son, you're not going to be the chief. So, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Go ahead. What's the next question?
Guys, let me answer this call quickly from you. Wouldn't call it. Hey, Omar, let me call you right back. All right. Yeah. Well, Mr. Gabo.
Yeah.
One thing no more way I want for there with listeners there and everything. You understand?
Right.
We have responsibilities, especially we within the diaspora. And this is not only for me and you, where they talk now. The people them, the hundreds of people them, where they listen during this broadcast and after this broadcast.
Right.
For me, we know saying we have obligation for make Salone a better place. We're not going to make Salone a better place if we not, first of all, respect ourselves. Number one. Number two, if we not accept the reality. Number three, if we're not willing for change. Because change, they start from within. You're not going to be able to change somebody if you not change yourself.
That's correct.
Right? And I'm saying this because it's very, very important. Salone, a small country. There is no place like home. Some of who don't know for over 20 years, right? In America now. But still, we are attached to Sierra Leone. Why? Because there is no place like home. Some of we are comfortable in the United States of America. Right. But we will never be comfortable here if that country, we people them back home, they're not comfortable.
Right.
So it is our own responsibilities for make sure, say, number one, we criticize with politicians them. Also for cost them, they with other people than they do. I know they buy on costing because cost not they're not made me with cost. Family they not know what's my cost. So now number one, we need for criticize we politicians them, and we need for hold them accountable, whether na APC government or na SLPP government or na NGC government or na any government. We need for hold them accountable, and hold we step accountable because you get for responsible for what they come on your mouth, now what they talk and what they do. Now, in people, especially in the age of social media,
right?
Some people they not sabi you. You now, you comfortable because people then they see you now the TV. You now a very great commentator, now orator. People they don't understand now Mr. Kabum, but there are millions of people them where they go on social media, they go talk all them kind of nonsense here, then they find hatred among themselves. Believe say well because Mother be you, not to million party president. So anything we do when a good thing, they criticize them because that's not the definition of opposition in Africa. Criticize everything and anything.
Whether good or bad.
Whether good or bad, you just criticize. That's not the definition of opposition.
You just twist the facts and get your own. That's all.
But the fortunate part is some of we don't involve into American politics deeply, and we don't study American politics so much that we are very fortunate. Why will not they use them in our country? Because the problem we get, what makes some of who run away in our country, not because of the rotten system of the country. Salon is a very comfortable place if you get everything. Very, very comfortable. More comfortable than the United States of America if we get everything. Because now they born we know the in and out of that country then. So if we don't get this experience, we'll get so. Let's use it. It's very difficult because for change a system, not so easy thing, now a generational stuff. But it has to start somewhere. Some of we, when we've been there, when we can APC, we support the APC 100%. The first time of Anes Kuroma, nobody criticized Anes Kuroma during anything because if they do the right thing. The second time, when we don't cancel say we party don't they go astray. Now people like we should begin stand up. And some people and they tell we say, Mangota a traitor. Mangota is not even APC enough. No, they're not saying I am 110% APC than them. When I mean they want them say when I stop this they cause we the next coming election. They say Mangota, you don't know what they talk about. When the election after in fact the very day when they announced the results, Mr. Kabo. Now we on internal forums. The one they want me to tell you say Mangota not to APC enough. Now then begin to list themselves from the forum. The APC forum. From that time they know they talk about the APC again. You see? So we have responsibility for do the right thing. Sometimes it's very, very difficult, but you have to do it. Now that one no more. I want to you last word. Let we end up.
Well, my last word actually could be the last, but not the least. Just like what you said, Mr. Mangota, what I pick about Sierra Leone, Mr. Kagbo is an old scarf fool.
I know be able to say I put her on. So
you're right, man.
Okay.
Clifford, Koroma.
Oh, nah, Clifford. Hey, Clifford, come on, man.
Clifford, how are you, man? You are such a young gentleman.
Yeah, Clifford,
I mean, but it's okay.
Talk about. You understand? We can disagree without going into personal. Come on, man.
No. Okay, I'll respond to him. But it's okay. I could be, as long as I'm not in your part of your pot, I can be a fool. It doesn't matter. But I am in my own area, and that's where I hold. Okay, all right. So have a nice day. Now,
let me just address Clifford a little bit. Clifford, now some of them say I just don't talk about. You understand him? Me and Mr. Gabo disagree 1,000 feet apart. But you see how they discuss, I disagree with them in a way I respect them, he respects me. If we begin to learn how to disagree without going, passional against each other, we'll go able make Salon a better place.
No, Mr. Kamara cannot stand the heat. Augustine cannot stand the heat. He left. All right, Mr. Cargo. Thank you, Mr. Clifford. I appreciate your comments. Anyhow,
I bring back another comment. I bring and come back. Hey,
all right, good. Oh, you don't want me to say anything yet? Okay, no, Clifford. He's not a fool. He just do not understand the machinations of the current government. He demonstrates his fear. Right. Okay. With APC, but cannot adjust to see the damage this SLPP government is doing. For worse than APC in 3 years, Mr. Cargo does not even realize that between 1978 and 1992, both APC and SLPP ruled the country together as one party state. I accept, man. I mean, you see what I'm saying? You are entitled to your own right, to your own words. I am entitled to my own words. That's just me. That's just what Mr. Cargo is. So if I be angry with you, I cannot comment here. I will not be able to comment tomorrow because I always want you to come with your remarks. And Mr. Cargo feel proud about those remarks because they don't hurt me. They don't do anything to me. They just boost my morale to some extent to myself. You don't have to be proud of me. I don't need nobody to be proud of me because the only person that can make yourself is you. Yeah. Now, what I will broadcast today of something of very concerning in Sierra Leone is that it's one word that makes everybody to live amicably and comfortably and live democratically. Mr. Mankota, it's just one word, and that word is nothing but the word corruption. Now, when we talk of corruption in Sierra Leone, we underestimate it. We just think like taking money and taking bribe, this is corruption. This is not corruption. It goes beyond that. It controls the whole system, your whole body. It controls you, the very one. It controls your household, if you have an household. If you become a councillor, it controls your councillorship. If you become a minister, it controls your ministry. If you become a president, it controls your ministry, your presidential or your presidency. So corruption, in a nutshell, well, to us in Sierra Leone is taken and there. But let's take corruption to be something out of the norm. It's something bad. Just use that word, bad. Anything you think of that is not in the right way is bad, and that's what corruption is. And I think the present president, Mr. Marabio, he looked into all the aspects and the things that can make Sierra Leone a better country, and he decided to use the word to fight against corruption. That was his flagship signature. That was the first thing he thought about, that corruption, if we eliminate corruption, even if we don't eliminate it, we minimize it to a point, we will be better than what we are today. And that's what it is. But the problem is, whilst he's fighting corruption, the other opponents are hailing corruption. We all see that, right? He's our thief, yes, but he's a thief, but he's our thief. You know, as Patrice Lumumba or whoever mentioned that, you know, he's our countryman, he's our APC member, man, or he's our SLPP man, though he's the thief, but he's our thief. And when I talk of corruption, I cannot go beyond all this. This courts you are talking about, if you don't have a system, a good system of government, and you have a bad system of administration, all those judges and all those appointments, those people will be corrupt because they were appointed corruptly. If you have a system of elections that is not pure, all the candidates, including the president, they are corrupt. So when we talk of this government, let us reflect to ourselves. We are a replica of what the government is today and what it was before. So
I agree with you, Mr. Kabu. Thank you very much.
A replica of that. So don't blame nobody.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We should live within it. We have to live and learn to live within it, and until we take it out. But we are a replica of what we are today. Don't blame Mr. A. Don't blame Mr. B. It is our responsibility.
Yeah, I agree with you. First of all, I just want to thank Williams from Stay Red Movement for giving the update of the election where they go on Sierra Leone today. I think 5 constituencies then get elections today. Karene, according to we report, APC don't win Karene. They're not officially announcing it, but it is probably impractical for make the SLPP come back for win Karene. So APC don't win Karene.
Look at Israel.
Huh?
You see, if I would have cursed at you, you're not going to come. We're not going to curse you. We want you. Come.
Yeah. So I just want to thank her very much. Now, very wonderful, reporter, and that make I like for Brian Kanami program for explain to we. But now they watch we do if you watch me na Facebook, do you subscribe, because the more you subscribe, and so that anytime we come on the air every Saturday at 2 p.m. at this time. But during the summer, I think when the time now 3 p.m. So subscribe. If you didn't YouTube now they watch with the same thing, just subscribe to the channel, so we'll give you information. And some of you now probably there will be a time when we begin bringing the program for that you can give you statements if you want to talk something. Like what they do so now, very interactive things, right? Wonderful, for really interact with the viewers. That's a wonderful thing, and we like that very much. So we just want to thank you very much, and I also want to thank Mr. Kabo. Mr. Kabo is somebody where he don't know this network for I don't know 6 years or so, a little bit more than 6 years, right? So so Mr. Kabo, thank you very much for the wonderful, and the other commentators them all way done did this since 2010. We started this in 2010 as a radio station, do not just a radio station. We still the broadcast as a radio station. In fact, every Saturday, like what would they pencil, Freetown will get 5 radio stations the way they carry with broadcast. We'll get one, I think Kenema, we'll get one Mile 91, we'll get 2 Freetown, and 1 McKinney. So 5 radio stations the way they broadcast, what will they talk about. Now the radio station. So, and when we include that together now with the TV, it's become more popular and more popular every single day. But now I therefore make more popular than the way it did today. So, because if you not subscribe, now YouTube, now Facebook, we will get a good interaction for the betterment of our country. I also want to thank Dr. Kamara. We come earlier. I know say sometimes Dr. Kamara is a very, very admirable person. He don't did this network for a very long time too, but sometimes things can happen, So now very, very admirable somebody, So I want to thank everybody. So we'll see you back next week, the same time, Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Western time, the Pacific time, and just tune in every time. We'll go at the program. If you want for Canada the program, send me comments during the word and call. You go tell me say I want for talk. I go send you the link. I will bring you come for make you talk, because this is not Sierra Leone talk show. All right. Thank you very much. Next time. Good night.